What's up, everybody? Welcome back to San Diego Comic-Con 2016 IGN Live. My name is Josh Friel. I'm here with Marvel's CCO Joe Quesada. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. We're here at Comic-Con.
We are here again. Yes.
Yes.
So is everybody else, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, it's so crowded. Last year you came on our show and we had seen nothing of Spider-Man. You gave us just a little tease.
Right.
Now, a year later, we've seen Spider-Man in Civil War.
What?
It was awesome.
What?
Audiences were stoked. What was it like for you, being such a big Marvel guy, of finally seeing Spider-Man come home to Marvel and like thrill everybody on the big screen?
It's fantastic. You know, I mean, he is the Marvel icon. He is our greatest, probably the greatest superhero character ever created. Sorry, DC folk, but it's true. And so seeing him join the rest of the Marvel crew, you know, in Civil War, you know, the 8-year-old me just, you know, got a little teary-eyed.
Yeah.
I have to admit.
Yeah. And next up is SpiderMan Homecoming. I'm sure you can't say a lot at all.
No.
Can you give us any idea of where you want to take Spider-Man next in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, really, you know, that is really up to our studio guys. You know, I'm not involved in the Spider-Man movie, but I'm looking forward to seeing the movie, and what they're going to do a great job with it, I'm sure. And you know, the important thing, and they know this, is that as long as we stay to the core of Spider-Man, who he is, what he does, those core beliefs, it'll always be successful. It doesn't matter if it's today or 20 years from now. There is a formula to getting it right.
Cool. Also, this is just sort of like a weird thing of just Hollywood, I guess, in superhero movies, is that, you know, Michael Keaton is in the movie, and we've got, you know, he used to be Batman.
Yes.
And then he did like a parody of superhero movies and Birdman, and now he's actually in another big superhero movie.
Right.
So do you guys talk about that at all?
You know, all those things come into consideration with casting, but I think what's happening right now is that the world of superheroes and just genre in general has permeated the culture that eventually you just start running out of actors.
Yeah.
I think people will start, you know, have to mix and match. You know, I know we run into that quite often in the TV world as well, you know, where it's like, well, that person was this character, but eventually you just have to find the best person for the part.
Mm-hmm. And so he was a good fit for, I guess, whatever part he's going to be playing. We don't know yet. Also, you know, Doctor Strange is coming up, and I'm very excited for it. I love the look of it and everything. And there's one thing I'm kind of like unsure about. It's that, and maybe you can answer this for me. Benedict Cumberbatch is you know, playing Doctor Strange. Did I say Benedict Cumberbatch? Benedict Cumberbatch
right.
is playing Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange has such like weird things that he says, like by the hoary hosts of Hoggoth and everything. So is Benedict able to like sell those spells? Have you heard him like say any of the spells?
I have not.
You've not? Okay.
No, I'm not. You know, unfortunately, like I said, I'm just really not involved with the movie end of things, so it's very, very difficult for me to even answer those questions.
Okay.
And even if I did, I would neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, sure.
That's, you know, that's what we'd like to say.
Well, let's
in
talk
Hollywood.
about TV then. Let's
Right.
go to Luke Cage. You know, Daredevil and Jessica Jones both tackled some really heavy stuff, and like real world issues. Can you talk at all about what Luke Cage will be doing?
You know, it's one of the really fun things about watching Daredevil come out and then Jessica Jones was that you know, Daredevil came out and told a particular kind of story in a particular kind of milieu within this universe that we're creating in Netflix, right? A very dark, gritty, really grounded universe. So, you know, I heard fans saying, well, you know, Jessica Jones is just going to be the same thing, only with this different protagonist. And then when it came out and they saw that the whole tone and vibe of that show was completely different than Daredevil, while it did exist in the same world. With respect to Luke Cage, it'll be very, very much the same thing. I don't want to say a lot because I really want fans to sort of, you know, look at it, embrace it, and digest it as they see fit. The first real change, obviously, is that we will be moving to a different part of Manhattan. We're going to be moving uptown. And much like Hell's Kitchen is a character in Daredevil and in Jessica Jones, but a little less so. I mean, Matt Murdock's all about Hell's Kitchen. Jessica happens to live there. Luke is very much about Harlem, and sort of becoming this icon for the people of that neighborhood. And the other thing is that, you know, Hell's Kitchen in New York, that Hell's Kitchen that used to be in the Daredevil comics, really doesn't exist anymore. It's been really gentrified and it's become this upscale neighborhood. So we kind of had to go back in time to make it that Hell's Kitchen. The Hell's Kitchen that Luke Cage the Harlem that Luke Cage lives in is very much the Harlem of today. It's this incredibly vibrant, beautiful neighborhood filled with wonderful different ethnicities and just, I don't want to say a lot more about it except that it's probably truer to today's modern New York than our other shows, which live in a little bit of a microcosm of, this is kind of what New York used to be like.
Yeah, I hear you. I just such passion that you're talking about New York. You're a New York guy yourself.
I'm a New York guy. I live and breathe New York City. I'm still there. I have not moved out here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's important to me.
Yeah, and also again, this is a bit of a ways off, but Iron Fist is coming. Can you tell us anything about what's got you excited about Iron Fist?
Again, the cast is amazing. Again, another show that will be completely different than Luke, Jessica, and Daredevil. And that's really our goal. We're trying to offer 4 shows that live in the same universe, but offer fans a completely different look. I mean, and again, martial arts will play a huge part in Iron Fist. There are a lot of. I would say that Iron Fist has probably more villains in our first season than any of our other shows. Yeah,
wow.
there's a lot going on. Scott Buck, the showrunner, and his writing team have created a fantastic story for us and have woven in some great legends from Marvel present and past. And we're still in production, so we're not quite there yet. We're going to be promoting it, but I think fans are going to dig it.
I just got chills. That sounds great, man.
I do that to people. I get chills, man.
In the actual comic books, Marvel just unveiled a catalog of Marvel Now 2.0, and in that, the Avengers are completely different from what you are seeing in the movies and other media. Right. You've got Riri Williams, an African-American teenage girl genius who's going to be Iron Man. Amadeus Cho is Hulk. Jane Foster is Thor. The Avengers have been more diverse than ever. The movies, as we see them now, and the shows on Netflix, they have pretty much all the classic characters. Do you see Marvel's other media following in the steps of the comic books like that, where the Avengers might one day be as diverse as they are now in the comics?
Well, here's the only thing I could say, that the way that I've always viewed Marvel is that publishing, our comics division, if Marvel was a wheel, the comics division is the hub. And from the hub, we have all these spokes that lead out to television, animation, motion pictures, toys, video games, but it all starts in publishing. Publishing is it's sort of this hotbed of ideas where writers and artists come in and we have these wonderful retreats where we sort of exchange thoughts and ideas and creativity. And the beauty about it is that the comics, you could publish an idea in comics and fail miserably, and it's cost you in the thousands, right? Whereas if you do this in television or anywhere else, it's costing you in the millions.
Yeah.
So it's a great place to throw stuff against the wall, see what sticks, and it's an incubator in a lot of ways. And the most important part is that our fans, our faithful, they tell us right away. It's very democratic. What's working, what's not working. But more to the point, for people who, let's say, don't read comics and are wondering what's the deal, if you are a fan of our movies, if you are a fan of our TV shows, if you want sort of a Nostradamus look into the future of Marvel, read the comics. Because invariably, the stuff that gets created there, whether it's a year down the road or 10 years down the road, will somehow make it out into our other medium, because that's what happens. Like in television, as it is very much in the studios, we go to the comics and we say, okay, what can, for lack of a better word, what can we cherry pick from here that's going to work in this story? And sometimes we'll have a character in one of our shows where, we've got this character and he's a milkman. Is there anybody in the comics that fits that? And we'll retrofit in that way as well. So comics to me are our idea factory. It's essential to us. And like I said, I encourage fans who are not reading comic books, who are seeing everything else that we do, if you want to know what's coming up down the road, it's in the comics.
There it is. Yeah. I want to cast a very loud vote for Jane Foster as Thor, because I believe that Jason Aaron and Russell Dodderman are killing it on that book. It is absolutely amazing. It's my favorite month to month. You're here at Comic-Con. What number is this for you?
This is my 26th year in a row.
That has to be a record of some kind.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I started coming when I was 4 years old, so
Yeah. And you're actually going to. You want to tease something that's coming up?
Oh yeah. If for anybody who's here at the show, Saturday on my 3 o'clock panel, Cup of Joe, we always have some cool announcements and stuff. And for those who came last year, we showed a great Daredevil unseen fight scene. It was like the 8-minute one, the one that goes down the hall, sort of kicking those Russian gangsters' butts to rescue the little boy. So we had an outtake that's never been seen before, and we showed it at Cup of Joe. This Cup of Joe, I will be premiering a trailer for a brand new show that we're working on. A big surprise for folks, and it's a live action show. So if you want to see the trailer, it'll only be shown at Cup of Joe Saturday, 3 o'clock. So.
Saturday, 3 o'clock. Oh, you gave me chills again.
Again.
Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming, Joe.
Man.
This was
Appreciate
awesome. Yeah, 26 Comic-Cons, this guy. For more from Joe, from Marvel, from Comic-Con, keep it here on IGN.